Good evening, I'm Justin Paul.
And I'm Rashida Butler. Here's what's coming up next on UW-Panthervision.
A sudden twist in the weather has campus literally taking cover, leaving behind evidence of its visit.
As the winter wind starts to blow, we will show you how you can cut your heating bills.
Superheroes.
I'm 3D girl. I see the world in amazing 3D vision.
Protecting UWM neighborhoods.
Need to get a ceramic.
Panthervision catches the supernatural in action.
And the artist may be gone, but the dance is still thrilling for UWM students.
From the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, this is UWM Panthervision. A weekly newscast reported, written, and produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. And now, the news.
Good evening. It was on, then off, and now it's back on.
Philanthropist Michael Cudahy is once again promising $2 million for UWM's proposed innovation park.
Panthervision's Ryan Kernan has the story.
Michael Cudahy, one of the designers and contributors to the Discovery World, believes kids and students can flourish in southeastern Wisconsin.
We put about, I think, 250,000 kids through this place in a year.
He is now in the process of working on a new project.
As far as the Innovation Park is concerned, I'm very excited about it. I was all excited about it before.
This 88-acre piece of land here in Wauwatosa is where Mr. Cudahy believes a graduate-level engineering campus can succeed.
Engineering at UWM has got to move out of the east side. There just ain't no room.
Cudahy was worried his donation would get lost in between the search for a new chancellor.
This time, I officially gave notice that I would give $2 million to it.
For now, until the park is built, Cudahy says Discovery World encourages kids and adults to enjoy technology.
Kids from, let's say, 8 years old to 25 or something like that are in heaven here at this place.
Especially in the aquarium, which includes a 75,000-gallon freshwater tank and a 65,000-gallon saltwater tank.
Oh, the aquariums are awesome. There's a big touch tank down there. And, you know, the reaction is fantastic. You see a little kid say, "Ooh, Mom, I touched a fish. Yuck."
Cudahy's donation to UWM will help towards the university's December 15th deadline to purchase the land. In Milwaukee, I'm Ryan Kernan for Panthervision.
Construction on the first building at Innovation Park begins in spring.
Innovation Park isn't the only part of UWM receiving a major grant. UWM's School of Public Health is part of a program that will receive $3.2 million from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The new center will be based in Madison, and it plans to develop online courses for public health students and professionals. The goal is to better prepare public health workers for potential natural disasters or infectious disease outbreaks. UWM remains on schedule to complete the purchase of the Columbia St. Mary's Hospital campus by the end of the year. An environmental review of the grounds reveals no significant concerns. A newly appointed Columbia Campus Implementation Committee will recommend appropriate plans for which campus units will be moved to the Columbia buildings.
It's that time of year again. A few locations around campus are hosting flu vaccine clinics to give people an opportunity to get their shots. Panthervision's Ashley Jordan has the story.
The UWM School of Nursing and Norris Health Center are sponsoring the flu vaccine clinics that are occurring on campus. Student nurse Tracy Rothwell spent her Tuesday night giving flu shots, which is part of her clinical.
All there is to it.
As brisk weather approaches, students are considering getting a flu shot.
The dorms hosted the latest vaccine clinic, and freshman Josette Schulze is a repeat offender when it comes to getting the shot.
I didn't even feel it, actually.
Danielle Hepner, on the other hand, never gets the flu shot and is hopeful she won't get sick.
knock on wood.
Colleen Bernstein is a registered nurse at Norris, and she says these clinics aren't only beneficial to students.
It helps Norris because it allows us to vaccinate on a grander scale. We can reach more students at their level where they are.
Nursing instructor Betty Kepsel says the 4-hour-long clinic is a working and learning environment for nursing students.
I think it's a great opportunity for the nursing students because they have an opportunity to participate in a mass clinic. It's on a smaller scale, but sometime in their career they may have to do this again.
Angela Kraus is a senior in the nursing program here at UWM, and she says the myths people have about the vaccines aren't necessarily true.
You're building immunity to the flu shot, so your body is fighting that, so you're more susceptible to getting like a cold or something. So people think, oh, I got sick because I got the shot. Well, you may have, but you didn't actually get the flu.
The nurses gave the vaccines and also received them.
You gave it to each other.
In Milwaukee, I'm Ashley Jordan with Panthervision.
November 10th will be the last clinic held for the campus community. It's in the Union Ballroom from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m.
Mother Nature isn't a mail carrier, but as Panthervision's Eddie Hamilton found out, you might be blown away by the surprise she delivered to the door of one East Side house.
By some appearances, it's a normal day at UWM. But look around a little more, and you see that it's not. Fierce winds swirl around campus, yielding to no one.
There's not a lot you could say about the weather today. Kind of speaks for itself.
And it shouted at the front door of Lindsay Spa's house. Spa says she was shocked to see the state of her door when she woke up.
But I came out and I was like, what happened to the door? It is off its hinges. It is sitting on the patio right now.
Wind gusts of more than 50 miles per hour proved to be too much for Spa's door.
As you can see, normally the door is about right up to here, but it is actually on the patio right now. And this thing is probably lifted up. Yeah, normally it's supposed to be higher, but the hinges are actually off and broken. And yeah, this whole thing is just ready to fall over. But the plastic right here is off, and this is, yeah, slanting down. It's just not normal.
The strong winds damaged her door, but not her spirits.
It's probably not going to get fixed for a while either, so it's pretty comical to look at every day.
In Milwaukee, I'm Eddie Hamilton for Panthervision.
Spa says she won't be the one to fix the damage to the door. That will be a job for her landlord.
Good news for renters and homeowners. A new forecast from We Energies predicts a mild winter will cause a drop in heating bills for the third year in a row. The average heating price last year was $626. We Energies is predicting this year's average will be about $600. The two factors determining the price for determining the price are natural gas and the weather. If you want to keep your heating costs down even more, you may want to pay attention to this story.
Panthervision's Lindsay Spa has some simple ways you can keep the cold out of your house and money in your pocket.
It's that time of year, and UWM student Ashley Vance knows about it all too well.
Well, normally We Energy sends us a bunch of stuff to like keep our windows covered. That was last year.
Preparing for winter, that is. And although Ashley wishes her house had new windows,
like Energy Saver, because they're normally like, instead of just one plate of glass, they have like two. You know, because that's how poor college students cover their windows.
We Energies provides money-saving ideas on their website, and covering doors and windows is one of them.
The installation up here that we're going to have to replace.
We Energies also recommends leaving shades open during the day.
The light comes in and the sun heats up my room as much as the tree allows, I guess.
For extra warmth, a space heater is a good idea for small rooms. We Energies also encourages people to buy an energy-efficient furnace with an AFUE rating of 90% or higher. When all else fails, Ashley has another recommendation.
So I mean, investing in like good, solid bedding is something that everybody in Wisconsin should do.
In Milwaukee, I'm Lindsay Spa for Panthervision.
If you'd like to gear up for the harsh winter weather, you can contact We Energies to get a winter preparation kit.
A Panthervision follow-up on the controversial drug K2. We told you last week about the City of Milwaukee ban, and now Glendale is joining the list of cities banning the sale or possession of synthetic marijuana. K2 is also sold under names such as Spice, Genie, and Yucatan Fire. The drug is now illegal in 5 cities across the area, and a ban is in the works for West Allis.
They aren't your average crime fighters, but these watchful volunteers can aid you in time of need.
And Michael Jackson may be gone, but his grooves and moves are bringing out the zombies.
Boy, it's amazing how many stars there are. You know what's really amazing, Clell, is that recent discoveries within the Orion Nebula lend credence to the theory of a whole other solar system, predating our own, of course, the origins of which remain in microscopic gaseous form, thus increasing the chances of our not being alone. Let's see.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, Judge Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Move over, Safe Police. There's a new group of people patrolling the streets of Milwaukee.
And they're doing it in disguise. Sean Wiley has the story.
Look up, and you will see a truly amazing sight.
I'm 3D girl. I see the world in amazing 3D vision.
Citizens are gathering in River West, where they await to patrol the streets.
You know, neighborhoods are owned by the people who live in them, all the people who live in them.
One man is leading the prowl of superhero citizens.
Need to get a ceramic.
He normally walks without a team of volunteers behind him, but today he's got Angela Payne and the girls at the front watching his back.
So it's kind of a feminist and queer movement, just getting people out there and aware of activism in the community.
Angela and her boyfriend were recently mugged here at Palmer. It's events like that that spring the Watchmen into action.
We do what we can when we can, and that's important because that's the same thing that we feel that other people should be doing.
The Watchmen can't search the streets alone every night. Look, it's Blackbird, the Watchman's silent but trustworthy partner. Since 2009, crime has been down 17% in Milwaukee. The Watchman and Blackbird look to keep that trend going, at least in their part of town, and they're planning on widening their search.
Because it has been something that we've been approached about from students.
The Watchman is coming closer to the UWM campus, but he urges everyone to step up their game.
That's part of the problem, is that everybody has that, well, I'm just one person, what can I do type of thing. And it's not easy. You know, it's not easy to do stuff. The easy thing is to do nothing.
His greatest power is his inspiration to the community.
Like, hey, I'm not the only one that looks like an idiot.
In Milwaukee, I'm Sean Wiley for Panthervision.
Watchman fights crime with the help of his cell phone and the local police. He advises citizens to call police before approaching any kind of conflict.
Some UWM students and staff are trying to go viral. They created a hashtag on Twitter called #IamUWM and are doing tweet-ups. #IamUWM is being billed as a grassroots effort to build unity among UWM students, faculty, and staff.
Students complain about being locked out at night in the cold. Late night studying means a long walk to the library and safety issues that come along with walking in the dark. But one swipe can solve it all. Shakara Robinson has the story.
Joe Klobakowski doesn't mind studying at night, but he does mind being confined to the library.
It would actually be kind of nice if I could go into like any building, I guess, just so I wouldn't have to walk all the way to the library every time. Could just go to Lou Bar, that's a little closer to my house. Or
Joe would like to study elsewhere, but has no place to go. What's keeping these students trapped in the library?
Many buildings on campus, like Johnston Hall, for example, are open until 11 o'clock p.m. But when a student shows up at 10 o'clock, the doors are locked, making it nearly impossible for students to get inside.
The limiting factor that makes the library accessible at night is keyless entry. The magnetic strip on all student IDs gives students access to the library after hours. This technology is only seen in a few campus buildings, but Rita Demerit would like to see more installed, not only for convenience, but for safety as well.
I would feel safer because I would know about those areas, and I wouldn't have to run here back to my house way on the other side of town.
In the 2007 SAFE report to the Chancellor, UWM police included keyless entry as a way to make the campus safer. No one from the department was available for comment at the time of this story, but students are hoping the next chancellor takes heed. For Panthervision, I'm Shakara Robinson.
The Safe Campus Committee is also recommending that electronic access control be built into any new or remodeled buildings.
Some UWM students are learning old school moves in the spirit of Halloween. The university's Recreational Sports and Facilities Department held its annual Thriller Night. Students gathered at the Kalachi Center to learn Michael Jackson's famous Thriller dance, just like in the music video. Students were encouraged to dress up like zombies for the occasion. At the end of the night, prizes were given away for Best Dancer and Best Costume.
The weather certainly was a thriller last week.
Atmospheric science student Chris Nelson is here. And Chris, those were some pretty interesting winds last week.
Oh, absolutely. We saw a historic low pressure system that came through the area, and we saw a gust of over 60 miles per hour and a tornado in Racine County, as well as the lowest barometric pressure reading ever recorded in Wisconsin. And you can see these winds blowing, and they are blowing hard. Kenosha County, the airport there, actually saw 68 mile per hour wind, and Milwaukee's peak gust was 61 miles per hour. In campus, it was blowing as well as that kid almost blew away here, and as well as the cigarette there almost broke down as well. So current conditions here right now in Milwaukee, we're seeing partly cloudy skies, and the temperature right now is at 46 degrees, the dew point's at 35, and the barometric pressure is at 30.43 inches of mercury here. So forecast for today looks very nice, partly sunny. As we get into the afternoon, it'll probably be mostly sunny and high of 52. The low will get down a bit to about 34 degrees, so just above freezing, and the rain chance is going to be near zero. So lows from last night, they are very, very chilly, especially as you head up on north and west. Rhinelander saw 22, and Eau Claire saw 21, but as you move east and south towards Milwaukee, we saw 39 degrees for a low. But today, as high pressure begins to build, we're going to see warmer temperatures, and you can see 52 in Eau Claire, 55 in La Crosse, and as we get over to Green Bay and Oshkosh, both 50 and 51 for highs today. So for tonight, clear skies, perfect recipe for cool fall night with those light winds as well. We're going to see a low of 33, and those winds will be at about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a beautiful fall day as high pressure is still in demand. We'll see a high of 52 degrees. And for our forecast for tomorrow, begins clouds in the morning and PM sun, high of 52. And as we head on into our 5-day forecast here, we will see mostly cloudy and a chance of a stray shower and a snowflake possibly on Thursday, 45. And Friday and Saturday, beautiful as well, mid to upper 40s. And then Sunday, very nice day as well. That'll probably be the highest temperature at 55 degrees. So guys, a much different weather system as it was last week. And we're going to see much, much better week.
We need a break from the winds last week especially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Finding jobs for students is an important and difficult task. Gavin Weitzer tells us what Milwaukee Area Technical College is doing to help in tonight's MATC report.
Jobs than it can create. MATC is holding 2 job fairs, one for current students and one for prospective graduates.
3 fairs. Last week we just had our first one. That one's unique. It's called our Jobs for Students Fair. At the fair for November 4th, again, we already have 55 employers registered for that event.
Well, I heard about the job fair through the student services, and I immediately got my resume and talked to a few employers, and it went kind of well.
It's an opportunity to put my foot in the door, get my resume across, and possibly catch an intern. You know, because it's hard out here, and jobs are pretty strict on what they need as far as employment.
Job fairs that we have throughout the academic year. These job fairs give the students an opportunity to go out and interview with potential employers for jobs that are out there that are in their area of study. When they go out there to look for employment out in the real world.
Clean Test, Target, QPS, just to name a few, Milwaukee Center for Independence. So we had just 15 wonderful employers that brought some great positions for our students to interview and to apply for.
MATC has one more job fair in the spring semester. It usually has 3 each calendar school year. For more information, visit matc.edu. This is Gavin Weitzer with Panthervision.
If you're interested in attending a career fair, you can find upcoming dates on the MATC website.
Coming up next on Panthervision Sports, find out what UWM piece of real estate is the only one of its kind in the nation.
And later, why some students go to the Union to get in touch with their inner Mozart. All of this and more when we return.
University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Visit uwm.edu for information.
It happens every day. It doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. We're all of us learning, even now.
Big Bird.
You see something in a person's face and see all they struggle to learn. It could be we are here solely to remind each other what must not be missed or ignored, but celebrated. When do we stop learning? Maybe never.
In Chinese medicine, that the body has to move.
Thanks for watching UWM Panthervision, Judge Best Student Newscast by the Northwest Broadcast News Association. Panthervision is produced by students in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication in association with Milwaukee Area Technical College.
The UWM men's soccer team hosts a big match against conference rival Wright State.
Lindsay Spa joins us with sports.
The men's soccer team clinched a spot in the Horizon League tournament with a win over Wright State Saturday. This was their last regular season game at the newly renovated Engelman Field. Both the men's and women's teams had to play home games at different neighboring fields this season, while the field's turf was being replaced. The new polytan surface is flatter and more durable than AstroTurf of the past, and it's the first of its kind in North America. But the renovation didn't come cheap. The field's $1.3 million price tag was made possible after 3 years of fundraising. The Milwaukee Bucks are recruiting UWM students to become part of their team, but not as players, as marketers. Fly Like the Bucks is a marketing program in conjunction with corporate sponsor Frontier Airlines. The program will give students grassroots marketing systems of the 15 home games this season. If you've attended any sporting events around campus, you may have noticed a certain cat on the prowl. Panthervision's Taylor Thompson has more.
It could be just your average women's volleyball game on a Tuesday night. But for fans, there is something more to be seen than scores and stats.
Timeout, Milwaukee.
It's UWM's biggest cheerleader, and he's quite the animal. Pounce the Panther has been UWM's chief mascot for the past 4 years. And in every home athletic event, you will find him showcasing school spirit and crazy dance moves. It's cold and windy outside.
But inside, Pounce is warming up the crowd.
And students have taken notice.
I think he helps get the crowd cheering together, and he gets the little kids excited, and I think it brings the kids back.
Michael Pohl has attended most UWM athletic events since the beginning of the Bruce Pearl era.
I like him so much. Every home game, me and run out. When I was boys basketball team, he's so nice. We run out together. He's a great guy.
While tonight's attendance isn't exactly breaking records, Pounce remains on the prowl.
Well, it's clear that this cat doesn't talk much, but he definitely has quite the enthusiasm.
In Milwaukee, I'm Taylor Thompson for Panthervision.
Historically, Pounce is not only UWM's mascot. Victory had previously held the position for several decades, up until 2007. That's it for sports. Back to you, Rashida.
If you need some time to get away from the hustle and bustle of midterms,
then UWM Union may have the perfect place for you to examine different kinds of notes. Panthervision's Lauren Reimer has the story.
The UW-Milwaukee Union functions as the heart of campus. The building is partial to heavy traffic. More than 27,000 people pass through its doors every day. But amongst the chaos, some people find the Union to be a place of peace and relaxation. The vertical piano is something of a tradition for the UWM Union. And to Sheila Kavanaugh, the piano is all that and more.
In between going and going, it's nice to just sit down and express yourself.
From beginners like Asmundo Garcia to more advanced players like Chris Senner, people come from all over to take advantage of the public piano and the non-judgmental audiences.
I like the idea of having a general public audience. I don't get that at home. You know, it's just me and the piano and whoever else happens to be home. But in this arena, you have other people who can come by and comment and, you know, interact. I like that.
So from 7 a.m. when the Union opens till 6 p.m. when boss needs quiet, the piano is there for anyone to enjoy.
All right, ta-da!
In Milwaukee, I'm Lauren Reimer for Panthervision.
Union Director Scott Gore says the piano has existed in the Union since 1953.
Well, thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of Panthervision.
You can watch us anytime on Time Warner's Wisconsin On Demand, Channel 411.
You can also see us on Time Warner Channel 14 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99 at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays and Fridays.
We're going to leave you now with another look at the Thriller Night. From all of us here at Panthervision, have a good night.